So connecting, and in my opinion, connecting is actually one of the hardest things because it is something you have to be very conscious of doing. And full disclosure, I don't think I'm very good at it. Because I forget this part. I'm so busy focusing on performing, responding, and creating that I oftentimes forget about connecting. So this is where I really want to work and get better. So connecting in the band room, the very first thing I have written is be mindful, right? Ensure that we are making mindful connections to other areas in the arts and popular culture. We'll do it in passing, right? But we don't always explore it and make a meaningful and deliberate connection, a mindful connection for our students. I think oftentimes it becomes an afterthought or just a passing thought, a fleeting thought, but we want to make sure that we are being deliberate about those connections that we're making. And then the next one is diversify, right? Expose your students to music of diverse composers, female composers, composers of color, LGBTQ plus composers, all of the above. Really explore indigenous music, explore music from the Baroque era, music from the Romantic era, just really exploring pop music, exploring, jazz, exploring all of these different things and really diversifying the music that is in front of them and not just the music they play, but also the music they listen to. So it's really important to show them that there are different types of people that compose. There are different types of people that play your instrument. There are different types of people that make up orchestras and bands, professional wind ensembles. There are different types of people that conduct these groups. So really opening them up to the rainbow of all of our, glorious diversity in the music world is a beautiful thing, and embracing that is really great. And then finally, culture. Expose students to the indigenous music of varying cultures and countries, really opening them up. Oftentimes, it's funny that I'm doing this webinar today, because we just had a discussion about that. We are playing a piece that takes a lot of rhythms from indigenous Mexican music and puts it into a band piece using, standard notation. And so it's really great that they're getting to hear these rhythms that make up, the music of an indigenous people of an area, and are able to perform that in a way, in a format that they can understand at this point, which is wind band, right? So it's really important to expose them. They don't always have to play it, but just um, listening to different types of groups, playing a mariachi band performance for them, playing a New Orleans style jazz band for them, playing all kinds of different types of music, playing, music from indigenous Australians. Um, Everybody loves a good didgeridoo. And so, yeah, just taking the time and working to expose them to different cultures is really important. All right. So I hope that this has helped you feel more comfortable with starting to focus on some of these lesser used standards in your band classes. It is doable. There is time. I know we always feel so pressed and so stressed about large group and concerts and other performances that we are responsible for. And we oftentimes just focus in and hone in on performing, but the other standards are there to create such a much richer, much more meaningful, much more lasting music education for our students. Because our goal is for them to be music consumers, music performers their entire life. And then some of them will become music producers, so they are going to create. And so we want to instill that in them. And if we dig a little deeper and get down into the standards a little bit more, we can do that. So if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me using the Godot Communities discussion board. I would love to hear from you. I'd love to hear your thoughts. And this is going to, be a part of a larger group of webinars. We unpacked for band, we unpacked for orchestra and for chorus. So I think that is a great resource if you're someone that teaches more than one area. There are um, unpacking of these lesser use standards for chorus and for orchestra as well. So you can access those on the discussion boards as well for band and for chorus and for orchestra. So um, I hope that this was helpful to you. If it was, make sure you're signed up and you're following us on our social media outlets. And um, if you ever have any questions, please feel free to reach out. I just always have to give credit to Slides Mania. They create some really great um, templates that are completely free, 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 free. And I hope you've enjoyed this webinar. Bye bye.